Hey guys, what's going on? Rob here with Highlift Off-Road. It's been a little bit since we had a little video. As you can see, we've had some things change. As many of you know, we bought these two JL Rubicons, and we call them the twins because of the fact that they are sequentially one number apart on their VINs. They went through the assembly line back to back. Internal joke is we got, Arnold here, the big strong one. We got Danny here is a little bit shorter, a little bit more rotund version. But the fact of the matter is neither one of them is a skimp on any of the parts. These things are high quality builds, and this one's already been out west to Sand Hollow, as some of you may be aware. You may have gone on that trip with us. And what I'm told is that it performed just amazingly. This one will have its turn in some of the bigger trails and trips coming up. But we're gonna get into kind of the differences between them. There's a lot of similarities, a lot of similar parts that go across as a result of, we just feel that they're some of the best on the market for the JLs and the application that they actually have. Starting with the one here to my right, your guys' left, is what we call twin number one. And twin number one is a little bit more modest of a build. It's a short arm lift kit, 3.5-inch Adventure Series from Rock Crawler. We've got it outfitted with a set of 8100 Bilstein reservoir shocks. We're running a set of 38-inch Nitto trail grapplers wrapped around a set of KMC tank bead locks. 3.5-inch, as I said. We can fit these 38s as a result of doing the Quake LED fender chop. So these are factory OEM Rubicon fender flares. And what the Quake kit allows us to do is split them along that seam and take advantage of the fact that the Rubicons and your Mojave Gladiator is the same. They come with a high clearance fender from the factory. That, as of the time we built these, was the highest clearance fender available on the market. As you can see here, we put the Nemesis flares on this one. They give you a lot of clearance as well, but they come straight out of the body, whereas the Rubicon OEM ones do come up and out, giving you that extra 1.5 inches of clearance on it. As far as the steering we have on this one, we got it outfitted with Steer Smart steering, so tie rod, drag link. It has a Steer Smart's sector shaft and track bar brace. Anybody who's had the JLs since they kind of came out knows that there's a little bit of float that is associated with them. A lot of that was taken out with the introduction of the steel steering gear box, but there is a weak spot in the frame that this bracket does help eliminate some of the flex that is associated with larger wheels and tires on it. The Rock Crawler track bar keeps everything centered underneath. And we have this one outfitted with a hydraulic assist steering from PSC, which obviously anybody who's wheeled with any kind of locked axles knows it makes such a difference when in a low tire pressure situation, whether you're on the rocks or if you're out west, when you have that front locker engaged, being able to easily steer those big rubbers as they're in a high traction situation. Full complement of LOD body armor on this one. This is their brand new Black Ops Series front bumper. It is available for the JLs, JTs, and the new Ford Broncos, actually. So if you guys are out there and you're a fan of the blue oval, then we have some offerings for you coming up. LOD Signature Series rock sliders, as well as the LOD Destroyer Shorty rear bumper on this. We are handling the spare tire duties with a Smitterbilt spare tire carrier on our smaller of the twins here. We have it outfitted with the Warn VR10S Evo winch with the synthetic line. That's what the S stands for in that. And for all the safety buffs out there as far as recovery goes, Factor 55 started it all with the closed system winching, and we continue to utilize their products on nearly every build we do in the shop, especially all the shop builds that we have for the Jeeps themselves. Headlights are from Oracle. They're their Oculus Bi LED non-color change option on these, outfitted with the set of rigid 360 series on the dash, as well as on the cowl, excuse me, as well as rigid rock lights and auxiliary lighting in the bumper and the rear bumper as well. When we get over to the inside of them, they're both outfitted with Bartac seat covers and Armor Light flooring. For those of you who have wheeled and are familiar with the less than stellar mildew resistance of the factory carpet, Armor Light is the answer for you. It is a thick rubberized coating that not only insulates from the heat, it also deadens the sound from the road noise and all these high movement suspensions that we like to put on these things that, let's face it, add a lot of noise as we're driving them. The best part is though, it is completely waterproof and you can just let it rinse out, pull the drain plugs and go from there. Both of those have that outfitting as far as that goes. Moving over to our big brother, or twin number 2, so to speak. This one is outfitted with Terra 60s front and rear, ARB air lockers, 40-inch Mickey Thompson Baja Boss MTs. This tire is absolutely phenomenal on road and off road. We have not been able to get it stuck yet. We have a full complement as we partnered with Nemesis on this build in their fenders, their bumpers, their side rails. The Billy Rocker step is one of the strongest rock sliders on the market for the JL and JT. It uses a steel under support system that is not tied into the aluminum body of the JLs and JTs. Therefore, it can take that abuse without transferring that energy and damage into the body panels as far as that goes. This one, instead of the VR10S, we did the Warn Xeon 10S on this one. The Xeon is the big brother of the VR series. Both of them have very similar looks. This has a just slightly higher pull rating and speed associated with it. Again, factor 55 on the front, rigid lighting across the board. These lights here from Rigid are probably some of the coolest lights ever built. They are their Adapt series. They're actually GPS enabled lights. The faster you go, the narrower the beam goes to project further down the road for you to get out there and reach what you're doing. So if you're out running dunes at night or out running the back roads here in eastern Ohio and things like that, it will adjust its beam pattern based on the speed that you are going. If you're out doing slow crawling, it'll have a really wide flood pattern. That Adapt series is absolutely amazing piece of technology that gives you the ability and function of multiple sets of lights all in one package right on the front of the bumper. As you can see from this side, we are running the Artec inner fender liners with a set of Falcon 3.3 shocks, or excuse me, I said Artec. These are the Nemesis. Nemesis and Artec make specific 3.3 inner fender liners to go with those Falcon shocks. This one is a long arm kit from TerraFlex with their IR bushings. It is a 4.5-inch kit with the Falcon 3.3s. It is outfitted with their speed bumps. All the steering is the TerraFlex steering that comes with those axles. They're heavy duty 1-ton steering that comes with it. Again, rigid rock lights on it. Aftermarket drive shafts from JE Reel on these big ones. They go to the 1350 and 1410 size for the axles that go with them. The big thing here is the Nemesis cow lights. The cow lights are one of the tough things for the JL and JTs because they changed that bolt pattern that's been so synonymous with the Wranglers in the past. Now having the ability to tie something in that's still low profile, that doesn't replace the entire thing, is a huge, huge advantage, and that's from our friends out there at Nemesis again. Half doors and full doors. Both these vehicles were outfitted with half doors from the factory. At the time these were built, you could only get half doors if they were ordered that way. And as you can see, the half doors on the JL are probably among the best that have been released from Jeep as a result of the way they line up with the body lines, the fact that they just complement it all the way down. They don't look like an afterthought. They look like that's the way that Jeep should have come, and they function flawlessly as far as that goes. If you guys ever are in the market for anything similar to this, whether it's mild to wild, give us a call. You know, we're here in Cincinnati. We're the Midwest premier off-road shop. It doesn't have to be Jeeps. People always ask, do you do anything other than Jeeps? Absolutely. We just happen to have a passion for Jeeps and off-roading, but we'll build your truck, your SUV, the new Broncos. We've done quite a few of those. Give us a call, reach out to us, let us work with you. We will do what we can to make you happy with your purchase, and in the end, build the Jeep the way you want it. Whether you want to go down to the Smokies and cruise the strip every night with all the lights and the stereo, or if you want to go out west to Moab or Sand Hollow with one of the trips we offer and get into some serious rock crawling, we can get you guys set up. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions, just give us a call, stop by. We love talking with you guys and hanging out. Other than that, I think I'm gonna go enjoy this fall weather. You know, I got some half doors on, and we're gonna go see what we have to do. Have a good one, guys. Out.